Alle willkommen zu einer neuen Folge von Dragon Age Origins, Folge 12. So.
It's done. Naturally.
Take on.
Yes.
Take on. Noch eine Blume oder hinten auch noch. 11 Watt. Nochmal 11 Watt.
Someone help us!
Mighty timely arrival there, my friend. I'm much obliged.
You just how obligated,
Want a
exactly.
reward, eh? I suppose that's an entirely reasonable request. How does 100 silver sound? I was going to use that to fix up the cart, but quite frankly, I'll be grateful enough that my son and I come out of this with our heads.
Yet you have a whole cart full
Unsold
of
goods, I'll
guards.
point out. Though you've a fair point. Here's 200 silver. It's all I have. The name's Bodon Feddick, merchant and entrepreneur. This here is my son, Sam. Say hello, my boy.
Hello.
Road's been mighty dangerous
Hello.
these days. Mind if I ask what brings you out here? Perhaps we're going the same way.
It's a bit complicated, but you're welcome to come
Complicated?
along.
Somehow I imagine that only says a half of it. Thank you for the offer. There may be more excitement on your path than is good for my boy and me. Allow me to bid you farewell and good fortune.
Goodbye.
Now then, let's get this mess cleaned up, shall we?
What is der? Wo bin ich noch der scheiß Huhn? Nee, ich will nicht der Huhn sein. Ich will auch nicht der Arschloch sein. Ich will der Beste sein. Mann, wechsel mal zu Batista. So, Mahlzeit. The Bandon. Shield Mystery. The character has mastered the use of the shield of both for both Austin and the Devons.
Bad dreams, huh? Well, it is real.
Seems so real.
Sort of. You see, part of being a Grey Warden is being able to hear the Darkspawn. That's what your dream was, hearing them. The Archdemon, it talks to the Horde, and we feel it just as they do. That's why we know this is really a blight.
The Archdemon
I
is
don't
that
know if
the
it's
dragon?
really a dragon, but it sure looks like one. But yes, that's the Archdemon. It takes a bit, but eventually you can block the dreams out. Some of the older Grey Wardens say they can understand the Archdemon a bit, but I sure can't. Anyhow, when I heard you thrashing around, I thought I should tell you. It was scary at first for me too.
Any other surprise
Other
I
than
should know
dying
about?
young and the whole defeat the blight alone thing, no. I'm all tapped out for surprises. Anyhow, you're up now, right? Let's pull up camp and get a move on.
New quest enchantment.
Ah, it's good to see you, my timely rescuer. Bodon Fennec, at your service once again. I saw your camp and remember the kind offer that you made the last time we met. And is there anywhere safer for a poor merchant and his son to sleep? I think not. I'm perfectly willing to offer you a fine discount for the inconvenience of our presence. How does that sound? Good? Yes?
What are you
Anything,
selling exactly?
everything, but all of the finest quality. No cheap trinkets here. And my boy Sandal happens to be a bit of a hand with enchantments. Oh, yes. Sadly, it also makes us a target for bandits in the night. If there were spare hands to hire as guards, I would have done so long ago.
You're free to stay,
Wonderful.
just mind yourself.
Thank the gentleman, won't you, boy?
Thank you, sir.
We won't be a bother to you and your companions, I assure you. If you should need enchantments, simply talk to my boy. Otherwise, come speak with me.
Jo, Mahlzeit.
Hello.
The boy's a bit simple, but he's rather good with enchantments. One of those tranquil fellas actually called him what was he now? A savant. I had no idea such a thing existed.
I want some
Enchantment.
done. Aha. Das war a completed quest. Lol.
You're a hard man to find. Where are my manners? The name is Levy. Levy Dryden. Did Duncan ever mention me? Levy of the coins? Levy the trader?
I'm Batista. I never heard of you.
He never told you of old Levy? We've known each other for years. But here I am carrying on while you have a blight to stop. Don't want to waste your time. But you see, Duncan promised that together we'd look into something important for the Wardens. And for me. But poor Duncan's. Well, no more. A tragedy it is, at that. But I know he would want his work carried on. His pledge fulfilled.
How did you
It's
know
a bit of a
Dungeon?
tale, that is. But I'm the one who brought the Grey Wardens back to Ferelden. Well, I was one of the ones. There were a lot of us. Maker's breath, I'm a bit nervous. Honoured to be here, really.
Go
After
ahead
King
and tell
Marek
it.
freed us from the Orlesians, the Grey Wardens begged the King's permission to come into Ferelden, some sort of internal business. Me and a mess of other Warden sympathisers spoke on behalf of your order. Tan Loghain was very much against letting Orlesian Wardens in the kingdom. But Marek, Andraste, bless him, was a fair-minded monarch and he let them in.
Go on.
So that's
I'm
why I was
listening.
there when the Wardens and their leader, Genevieve, presented herself to the King. The first Wardens in Ferelden in over a century. Proudest day of my life, that was. Duncan was a bit of a scamp back then. We were of an age and struck up a friendship. The King himself went with the Wardens on their mysterious business. When he returned, he rescinded King Ardland's decree, and the Wardens came back to Ferelden for good.
Deutschland was an easy
That
man
he
to
was.
like. I thank you for your part in bringing the
My stomach's
wardens
all
here.
aflutter. You're welcome.
What promise did the
But as you
dungeon
know,
make to
my
you?
family's name is mud around noble circles. My great-great-grandmother, Sophia Dryden, was the last warden commander of Ferelden back when the wardens were known as freeloaders. So King Alle banished the wardens and he took House Dryden's land and titles.
What
Hard to
happened
say.
next?
After King Alle died, there was a civil war, loads worse than this one. And our family was on the run, hunted by enemies, with nary a friend in the world. But Drydens are tough. We rebuilt, became merchants, and we never lost our pride.
I'm
Our
surprised.
family's
you kept
only
your
crime
name.
was guarding the kingdom against the blight. We're not ashamed of that.
So what favor did you ask
Ask for the truth.
Dungeon?
My family reveres Sophia Dryden. We know she died at the old Grey Warden base, Soldier's Peak. We want evidence to clear her name. It won't restore our land or our titles, but it'll restore our honour.
Couldn't you just get there out by yourself?
Well, no one's been to Soldier's Peak since Ireland's days. At least none that's come back. I spent years mapping the maze of tunnels to the peak, and I found the way a few years back. So I went to Duncan, I did, and I said that he could reclaim the old base and my family could have its honour.
What do you
I
need
could pick my way
from
through
me?
the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place, well, they say it's haunted, and it'll be dangerous for certain. Will you think on it at least?
Give me a moment and I will help. Save content. So wir adden. Ach so. Nee.
You considered my offer? Soldier's Peak has been abandoned too long, if you ask me.
Why didn't Dungeon
Darkspawn
help you?
surfaced in southern Ferelden, and Duncan got plenty busy recruiting new wardens and meeting with good King Caelan. Duncan said he would help after the Battle of Ostagar. Said there might be useful things at the peak, but he never had the chance.
I will reclaim the peak.
Soldier's
at
Peak
the
is
wardens.
strategic and symbolic importance. Duncan said that it would be worth it right there. He also hoped to recover lost warden history and perhaps a few old relics. No one knows what's up there now.
What do
I
you
could pick my
need
way
from
through
me?
the tunnels at the base of Soldier's Peak, but the place... What? Will you think on it at least?
I think about it. So.
What do you need?
I'd like
Ask
to
away.
ask you something.
Ask away.
What can a Templar
Essentially,
do
they're trained
exactly?
to fight. The Chantry will tell you that the Templars exist simply to defend. But don't let them fool you. They're an army. The other main purpose for a Templar is, of course, to hunt mages. To that end, we train in talents that drain mana and disrupt spells.
So Templars use magic
You
and
could
themselves.
call it that, sure. The Chantry doesn't look on it the same way, however, since really our talents only work on mages. Against a regular person, I'm just a guy in a metal suit.
Have you hunted
No, I
many
never
mages?
actually became a full Templar. Duncan recruited me before I took my vows. I was only present during one harrowing, the ritual that they test the mages with. It's not unlike our joining, really. And just as deadly. The girl they tested, she had a demon put inside her to see if she could resist. And she couldn't. We had to end it quickly. I have to say I didn't have much interest in becoming a Templar after that.
So couldn't others learn these
Perhaps.
talents?
But there usually isn't much of an opportunity. The Chantry keeps a close rein on its Templars. We are given lyrium to help develop our magical talents, you see. Which means we become addicted. And since the Chantry controls the lyrium trade with the dwarves, well, I'm sure you can put 2 and 2 together.
That's horrible. I can't believe
Well,
they would
they do it,
that.
and they feel perfectly justified. You don't need lyrium in order to learn the Templar talents. Lyrium just makes Templar's talents more effective. Or so I was told. Maybe it doesn't even do that. The Chantry usually doesn't let their Templars get away either, so they can spread their secrets. I'm a bit of an exception. Lucky me.
Das war's für diese Folge. Bis zur nächsten Folge. Tschüss. Bis dann.